All right, welcome in everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Welcome back to another year of Pit% tournament. This is our first match. Should be a lot of fun. Both runners are almost ready, just getting set up real quick, and then we'll start. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Great to be back with you all. I am here today alongside Phantom.
Yo everyone. Hope everyone's all good. Excited.
All right. All right, both runners are ready to, just like that, starting a little early. Pit% tournament kicks off right now. There we go.
Here we go.
Shout out to YouTube for having 0 delay. That's awesome. That's so crazy. So we have a couple runners in this year's tournament who are streaming on YouTube. That's I believe everyone in the tournament has streamed on Twitch in the past, but should be pretty neat. Yeah, what's good everyone? What's good Justin, Moonrise, McDude, Intensive, Sonic, Lily, Emily, Damage Dude. Hope everyone's doing well. And yeah, we have 27 total people in this tournament. Myself and Phantom included. So it should be a ton of fun. I think pretty much almost every round 1 matchup is already scheduled. We actually have 2 going on today. So we have this match, which is Nevu and Lightning King. And later tonight, about 7 p.m. Eastern, we will have our next match, which I have to check what it is. Okay, it'll be Justin and Milton. Justin versus Milton tonight. So we've got 2 matches today, 1 tomorrow, 2 matches on Tuesday, 3 matches on Friday. So we are kicking things off right away. Yes, I'm gonna be actively because of the Twitch VOD changes. I am going to be actively like getting these runs onto the YouTube channel, the SPM Community VODs channel, which I will link. Need to go find, but that'll pretty much be like the place that all these matches are stored. There we go. Yeah, true. I honestly, setting up multi-streaming might not be the worst thing ever. Like, I personally don't even know where to start, so I would have to do a lot of research about it. I couldn't really figure anything out like before today, but I don't restream for a couple of days, so I could probably look into it and see if I can set that up at least on my end. I don't want to force all the other restreamers to do that though. I'll have to see if it can just work on my end.
Yeah, it looks like we won't have to worry about any crashes today as well. We've got Nevu on US VC, I imagine, and Lightning King playing on JP emulator. So
Okay.
we shouldn't see any crashes today, which is great.
That's always great. Very happy about that. It's unfortunate. It's really just I was thinking about it this week because we had like a whole discussion about JPVC, and it's like it really is unfortunate that like at the end of the day, it's nobody's fault other than Nintendo. Like it
Yeah.
sucks that we just have to deal with that.
But luckily, we get to experience GBS though, so that's the other
Yes. Yeah, very true.
upside. Especially later down in the tournament. Never putting a pure heart into the first heart pillar.
Forgot to start the prediction. There we go. Back into the full swing of being a restreamer and forgetting to start the prediction 5 minutes into the match. As you can see on Lightning King's stream, he just got the return pipe, which will be used twice during the run, one in 3-2 and one in 2-1 to get back to flip side quicker. It's pretty interesting the way that this bracket shaped out this year, where because we have 27 people, there's 5. I believe the top 5 seeds have buys, and then everybody else is playing round 1. So this matchup, Nevu and Lightning King, is technically, because I don't believe Lightning King has or at least didn't have a completed run by the time I put the bracket together. So it's Nevu's the 7th seed playing the 26th seed, but you just never know. I mean, anything can happen with any of these tournament matches in round 1.
It is a cruel mistress after all.
Yeah. What's up, Teddy?
Some of the OG runners returning. Great to see it.
Yeah, Teddy's playing in this year's tournament. Should be a lot of fun.
Former champion.
True. Just gotta get Mohawk to join one of these again. One of these days.
Yeah.
Alright, so both runners still pretty even into Chapter 1, about to get the 3D flip ability, and in Bestovius' house, there's 3 items that we're going to pick up, which will all be... I'd say all of them are going to be really useful, even the Shroom Shake. It's just nice to have a 10 HP heal, but Shell Shock will be nice for Room 89, or maybe somewhere else in the pit. Probably Room 89.
Room 89, most common.
Yep. And then the Fire Burst is going to be used, or we're going to cook that to wake up Peach in Enter 2.
Never gain a cake mix. Nice little 5p HP. 5p? 5 HP heal. Nobody opts really to pick up the turtle leaves, unfortunately. They literally just double your defense.
Yeah,
Just for prolong the period.
only for the 100% runners.
Now Nevu's coming up to 1-1 grind. Arguably one of the most important moments in the pit run.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been really impressed. I've seen people who, you know, might not have the best 1-1 grind, but still are able to bring it back by room 19 or. This is a really good grind though. It's a nice 30
30k. Yeah.
and a Peachy
Solid
Peach
grind.
drop.
Another heal for Nevu. Nevu's
Yeah,
stacked to the pit at the moment.
Nevu's good to go. Ah, it's unfortunate. Lightning King, I think accidentally hit the squigglet once. Thought I had one more HP left. This should still...
It's still very recoverable.
22? Okay.
23 should be okay. Just gonna have to do a little bit of finding some mushrooms in the next few levels just to get some points back.
Yep. There's a couple mushrooms, a few enemies here and there that we can pick up before the pit. And that'll bring it back a little bit. True.
Yeah, Megastar there would be useful.
Could have got the Megastar, yeah. I don't know how many points that gives in total after this room. Oh, it only gives 3k. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I don't. If it gave like a lot of points, maybe the animation would be worth it, but I figured no.
See if any runners opt to do the opt to get Cloud Coin. Nevu doesn't. Looks like Nevu's not going shop then. It seems.
Yeah, Nevu. Unless Nevu wants Fire Burst, I think pretty much good to go. Because just with the 2 or 3 heal drops early on.
I believe Lightning King is going to shop from the discussion I had with them earlier.
Oh,
Unfortunately falling off. More optimal, unfortunately, to actually die there, so you respawn on top of the beam instead of climbing up the ladder again. But it's fine. Won't lose too much. Nevu's not shopping. To be fair, Nevu does have a lot of heals. Really, Fire Burst was the only thing that was useful. He could buy at the moment from the shop. And Nevu is now just unlocked Throw, the first pixel of the run. Useful in a few rooms in the pit. The next Pixel Boomer is way more important for the pit.
Yeah,
But throw is always nice to have.
Throw could be nice for like the first 10 rooms, or at least first 10 to 12 rooms maybe. Just depends on the situation, but throughout the rest of the pit, Boomer is going to be very, very useful.
I believe Lightning King did not go in the shop either. So it looks like it's going to be a shopless run for both.
Looks like it. I can't recall if Lightning King got any heal drops.
I don't think so. Nevi's going to talk to Old Man Watcher here, give Karina a call to release the bridge down. Lightning King there, saving a flip on the Thwomps. And Nevu just about to cross the green bridge to finish 1-2. Yeah, GBS is allowed in the tournament. There was a lot of discussion.
It is allowed.
But yes, it is allowed.
Nevu's playing on Wii U VC, which can't do GBS, and then I think Lightning King might technically be able to do it, just opting not to. So both runners doing the intended route.
Nevu here going to do 1-3 grind. Starting off by hitting these two blocks on the left, the first one and the fourth one. Then flipping back to 2D to get the Fast Flower. And the rest of the power-ups. With Fast Flower, you've got 3 times the amount of points per kill, enemy kill, or item pickup. So it's easy points there. Already up to 43k. Solid amount of points for now. Same goes for the slow flower as well. That's why 1-1 is so important. If you get a slow flower grind, you have the potential to get 90k, which is huge. Go 1-3. So you can kill. You've got 3 attack damage for chunks, but instead you have 2 attack damage for chunks. If you don't have slow flower or a 60k grind. Lightning King again doing the 1-3 grind. Good way for them to get points. Just making sure to pick up the Ghost Shroom and the normal Shroom. 37k at the moment. And Nevu is on one of the most annoying bosses in the pit route. Chunks. Sometimes throwing his hands up for whatever reason. Stopping the chain by stylishing. On the right side of the room, just kills chunks very quickly. And you can get points from it if you stay on top of them. One three is a series of tricks back to back to back. You can lose time very easily in 1-3. Nevu's going to go through this door and attempt Ice Gerbil skip.
Nice.
Beautiful execution. By taking damage from the ice, the Chernobyl position is increased, and making it possible to jump to the higher platform. And now Never's going for BPS. Oh, unfortunately missing the Lana. Looking a little bit too far to the right.
Nice.
There you go.
Yep. You can get the lineup back just by running left into that weird... I guess it's like Fractal's head, I think is the structure. Unfortunately, Lightning King got grabbed by chunks there, but... yeah, for Blue Pedestal Skip, you can get the alignment again just by running up left into it.
I thought Nevu there was going to go for the live stream there, but not opting to go for it.
It does take about, like, what, 15-20 seconds to go get it, but could be worth it.
Could be very worth it in a bit. Especially if something doesn't go your way. Oh, unfortunately, I don't think the Ice Chernobyl in the right position. I don't think it's high enough for Lightning King to go for it. And now on Nevu's screen, Nevu's going to perform Key Early, which I believe you found, JCR.
I helped find it. It was, I found this little out-of-bounds clip here, this little corner clip, just right when Mario's glove sort of disappears, you can just hold 2, get the out-of-bounds clip. You have to do a little bit of some awkward movement to land back on the quicksand, but after that, Flash found the rest of the 3D movement to get up to the key.
It's very awkward because you might have to tap right a little bit, or you'll just carry too much momentum and fall out of bounds.
Yeah.
There we go. And now you clip into this wall on the left, jump up, jump onto the block, and jump into the structure, and sorted.
The key's just loaded in there, which is pretty neat.
Lightning King, unfortunately, opting out of BPS. Nebu's on a very good amount of points at the moment. 51k is really good for the start of this run. 60k will happen, no problem. I think around in the first 10 rooms, Nebu should be able to get him with 60k. To be fair, most enemies in the first 10 rooms are one-shot. Apart from the Chernobyls, which have 6 health. And 1 boom hit if you have a 60k. So you do save a little time in room 6 and room 9. If you do have that 60k buff. Looks like Lightning King's going to go for the live stream.
Live stream up here. Also got the 40k level up.
And now Nevu is about to reach the first chapter boss of Fractal. And up to him to get the Super Shroom to get back to full HP and a few bonus points. Lightning King going for key early. Doing the home buffer method.
Nice.
Nice. The home buffer method makes it way more consistent, just so you can do inputs as you freely like. Unfortunately, struggling to get this last clip in. Oh, I took damage.
I've seen a good amount of runners have some pretty good success with the home menu buffer, which is pretty neat.
There's a few tricks like that in SPM. Like water switch skip in any percent. Makes it 1,000 times easier to do. Lightning King just needs to push left a little bit.
Oh, I think it has it. There we go.
There you go.
Nice.
Perfect.
What if we home buffered GBS?
I have done GBS buffers, to be fair. That was not a fun experience, trying to do that. Now, Nevu is doing a strat with Fractal, where if you flip in a specific point, you can take the 3D damage and take damage and just go straight through Fractal's head. Saves about 2 seconds. Same thing can be done with Ractal. And is never going to go for the Fractal flips. Looks like it, lining up for it. Third spike, flip. Flip back again.
Nice.
Perfect. Got to do it one more time.
Great fight.
Beautiful.
What if we do Racktail skip by teleporting to room 100 right away? I like that idea.
Lightning King's points are a bit on the low end, but it should be recoverable. They might have to start killing a lot of the enemies in the first 20 rooms, but definitely can get it before room 19, which is the first, I guess, soft lockable room.
Yeah,
if
I think
the
room
controls
19.
key.
Yeah, room 19 does have some ways that you can avoid that. Either kicking a Koopa shell or the. I just saw this from Castle the other day, like in out of bounds. It's kind of like a boomerless strat where you just pick up the Koopa Troll with Throw while falling, and you can like basically mark the Koopa Troll as out of bounds, and the key will spawn if it's the last key. But
Yeah,
a couple
you
ways
pick it
to
up,
avoid it.
jump into the ceiling,
Mhm.
and then it will despawn the. Well, technically despawn the enemy, I guess.
Yeah.
Count the enemies out of bounds, and the key will spawn at the key door.
Yeah, unfortunately, the only way by room 25, there's just one chain chomp, and if it is on the ground, you can do the despawn strat. But If it's not on the ground, then you'll have to kill it one way or another.
There's a few items that can kill it, like the POW, but it's very unlikely for anything to drop it from before. Our POWs are immune. Interesting. I believe the shell shock can be used if the change jumps on the floor as well as a backup. It's very hard to control the shell shock. Shell shock needs to be 60k as well. Okay.
So yeah, if you don't have 60k by 25, you're probably cooked. That's pretty much it. Unless the chomp is on the floor and you can do the despawn strat. That's the only way.
And unfortunately, the chain jump has a lot of spawn areas that are higher. Fortunately, their Lightning King did not wait hovering enough. So for the fractal flips to work, you need to hover in the air for a little while before you jump. I believe it's 50 for an Ice Storm and Flipside pit. Actually, no, wait. In
40. In the Flipside
40.
shop.
In the shop, yeah, it's 40. And Nevi's finally returning back to Flipside. Ice Storm is very useful. Ice Storm is useful in 98 especially. To kill the red chain chomps. You get 3 on screen, use the Ice Storm, 3 of them die, you've got a 75% chance of getting the key. Unfortunately, it's not really useful elsewhere. You can use in 86 to freeze the Koopa Trolls, but it's not really that useful there.
Yo, what's up, Vanity? Thank you for the raid. Welcome in. Hope you all are doing well.
The issue is, the shop in 1-2 is the cheapest shop in the game, so realistically you want to buy all the items there.
Yeah, it might not, like, the Flipside shop, I guess you could purchase it here or, like, on your way to the pit, one way or the other. It could be useful just if you know that you're not going to hit 60k by room 25. That might honestly be a play.
Even if you don't have the items, there is chances to get items in the pit using Flim, who appears every 10 rooms. It has a 30% chance to spawn. And he can give you some very useful items, like the Thunder Rage, Ice Storm, Mighty Tonic, Fire Burst, and healing items.
Where is the ghost shroom at in 1-3? I'm trying to remember where it is.
I think it's in 3D.
In the
Behind a
first
rock, I
room.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Oh, the ICS room, yep. Yeah, 3D behind a rock.
Never now reaching the end of 3-2, thankfully.
Yeah, this is the pretty much agreeable, boring segment of the run, but we do get Peach. Peach won't be used too much. Mario will probably mostly be used in the pit, but Peach will be useful at a couple different points in the run.
Peach will be used in 2-1 to get over one jump, and in room 100. Now there's a newfound strat for Raktel, which saves a good 10-15 seconds. Using Peach. Found my Moonrise the other day. And it's not even that bad to perform. Explaining it is basically just picking up a Rackle, running and jumping into the antenna. You're landing back onto the Rackle to jump back onto the top of the antenna. Sounds a bit complicated, there is a setup for it, but it's very useful. Even if you miss it, the Rackles will still spawn while you're trying to attempt for it. So if you miss it the first try, you can carry on just picking up Rackles like you would normally in the normal way to beat room 100. So really, it doesn't lose much time if you lose. If you miss the trick.
Yeah, I gotta learn that. I gotta learn that before my first match. Or at least just try to.
It's not too bad, to be fair. And even if you do miss it, you don't lose much time anyway.
Okay.
You lose very minimal time. Nevi now entering Chapter 2 for the one and only stage remaining before entering the pit to get Boomer. I think Lightning King just cooked the live stream by accident.
Yep. That's unfortunate.
I can't remember what gets made into.
Yeah, I don't know what that item is and how much health it has.
I don't know if it's useful or not. Lightning King's gonna have to deal with it now. Pretend the run's a shopless run. 30 HP is still a very good heal for later on in the pit. So at least Lightning King can save it. It is technically more useful than a live stream, to be fair, in that sense, as it heals more HP. Once you die, the live stream puts you back on 5 HP. If you see what Never did just there, Never just used Throw while entering a lock door, which saves time on the load entry.
Nice Paragoomba jump as well, getting up to that pipe.
There is a trick called BSE in 2-1 now, where you can clip into the foreground without going into the pipe. Saves about 15 seconds. I want to say 15 to 20, if performed optimally. It's a tricky trick, but once you get the hang of it, it's genuinely okay. The Goombas can be really annoying to deal with once you do that trick as well. But the only downside is that you don't get the power pills to where you can kill all the Goombas and clear up the entire room for more points if need be. Nevu's on a very healthy amount of points at the minute. 56k is really good to enter the pit with. The most ideal scenario is having 60k before room 6, which is the first Cherbourg room. So you can one-shot every enemy from then on.
Oops. Yeah, I think Nevu's just having a little internet issue. Should be back, hopefully.
And with that getting Boomer, Nevu's just going to return pipe now and head towards the pit. There's now one last trick in free pit called Boomer Throw. Or you could do what Moonrise does and is the wall jump. It's pretty difficult to pull off, but it saves about a second in pre-2. In free pit, sorry. There's multiple ways to get into the pit early. You can go all the way around, going to where pre-3 goes. On the way to the pre-3 heart pillar, go down the pipe next to that, and fill in the blocks using Sippy and just getting across that way with the blue switch, or just place Boomer down, switch to throw, pick it up, run, jump, throw it on top, just like that.
All right, here we go.
First pit of the new tourney.
We're here. Pit has begun.
And starts off with a first gear.
Really nice. Awesome. That's so yeah, to go through the pit again, just to go through everything. There's a lot of RNG. Basically, you'll enter a room. You'll have the same number and same type of enemies. You'll have the same room layout. However, it's completely random which enemy has the key, so you just have to keep killing a bunch of enemies till you find it. Like there. And then any item drops you get are also random. The entry and exit door locations are linked, but ultimately which one you get is random. When you start out in the pit, there's a lot more variation to where your door locations could be, but the further you get, there's quite a few rooms that they only have like 3 or 4, maybe 5 linked pairs. So it gets a little better as the run goes on. And then your enemy locations, like where the enemies spawn, are also random. So, dealing with a lot of RNG. Pit is like sort of a gradual difficulty increase as you go on. Like the first 10 to 20 rooms here are going to be a lot of just basic enemies. You'll see Nevu there also baiting these Sproingloins to split into 3. That gives you just a little bit more points if you kill them that way. So it's a good strat to catch up on any points. And then yeah, level ups are the next probably most important thing in the pit, where it's just every so often, Nevu's about to get to 60k. And that'll be an attack level up, and each level up you get will replenish your health fully. As you can see, this should do it. Yep, nice. Good level up there, so you'll get full health, and then the level ups alternate between an attack level up and an HP level up. So that one increased Nevu's attack. The next one at 90k will give Nevu 5 more HP. So it'll just alternate between that throughout the run.
That was the most perfect situation to get the 60k level up, because now Nevu is able to one-shot the Churbles with Boomer, since they have 6 HP, or just two-shot them like that. Crouch jumping is very useful in the pit for dealing with pretty much every enemy in the pit. Especially the most difficult ones like the clubbers can be easily dealt with crouch jumps. Nice key spawn from Nevu there. Well, key door spawn. Fortunately, there's that squigglet in the top left.
Okay.
Luckily, it's not out. Lightning King is making their way down to.
About to get Boomer, yep. About to be on their way to the pit. Another useful thing about having Thoreau out is you can do the, we mentioned this earlier, but you can do the lock door strat. So if the rumor, or, oh my god, what did I just say? If Thoreau's active while you enter a locked door, the animation just won't play. It'll only be Mario and Tippy entering the door. Saves a little more time.
Yes,
got a Flim spawn. Flim spawn at 10. Love to see that.
Unfortunately, Flim's items in the first 30 rooms aren't that useful. For the first 3 times you could potentially see them. From room 30 onwards, that's when you get the good items. Or the more useful items from Flim. Like the Ice Storms, the Mighty Tonics, the T-Rages.
Also, we'll definitely have more than enough coins to get whatever you need by that point as well. Sometimes you can enter the pit with pretty low coin count.
Yeah, typically you end up with around 300 coins going into the last 20 rooms. Especially if you kill the Pigger rooms. Gives quite a few coins themselves. As you can see there, Nevu duck jumping.
Yep, that's a really good strat. Nevu played that whole room really well. Unfortunately got like almost last key, but it worked out.
First enemy with defense in the pit, I believe. The Boulder Clefs. If you don't have 60k, you can't jump on them. You have to use Boomer.
Cool strat.
Doing the shot there to get the key.
Nice.
Yeah. Well played by Nevu there. Generally, most. Oh, go on, keep going.
Oh, yeah. I was only gonna mention that. Basically, in 3D, there's no platforms. Like the platforms only exist in 2D, so you can manipulate some of the enemies that way.
Exactly what I was going to mention.
That's funny.
Nevu, unfortunately, in the last key slot key. They are very annoying. You have to use Boomer to kill them. And the animation takes quite a while. There is Schlurps later on in the pit. No, Schlorps later on in the pit. That takes 2 to kill. And they are in room 84. A general, like, pretty important room in the pit. Luckily, the first half of the pit genuinely have very nice enemies to kill. Generally, most rooms with shells, well, shell enemies like Buzzy Beetles or Koopas, will be used to be kicked, flipped into 3D, and all the enemies on the floor will die. As a general fast strat, so you can deal with other enemies in the room while that's happening. Buzzy Beetles don't despawn if you go too far away from them. Koopa shells will. So, an example like room 11, if you kick a shell and that enemy has the key, you have to kill all the other enemies in the room before the key spawns. So it's important to keep Koopa shells in vision. Nice little catch card drop for Nevu. One of the most unlikely spawns. And a good 19. No Koopa Troll there.
Pretty solid.
Another Flim spawn. Back to back. And here's one important room in the early half of the pit. Normally you would use a Fire Burst here if you have a spare Fire Burst. And they kill the Spawnies very, very, very quickly. If you don't have a Fire Burst, it will take 2 Boomer hits to kill them. Unless you're at the 120k level up and it takes 1. Since they have 5 HP. Fortunately, you get an Alasky Boomer, which is quite slow, unfortunately, for Nevu. But played that very well and still got out within 35 seconds.
Yep. Room 22 for Nevu, room 6 for Lightning King, just starting out in the first 10 rooms here.
Great key for Nevu. Nevu options get more points. Good key for Lightning King there. Nice little first key. Options kill all the enemies, which is a smart thing to do. 50k, it's very touch and go. That amount of points at the moment.
Yeah, it'll depend on how the rest of these rooms go. Might need some good luck in 19, we'll see.
It's going to be close coming to 19. I think 25 it should be okay by then. We've got Milton versus Justin.
That'll be 7 Eastern tonight, which will be pretty much 2 hours after this stream ends, probably.
Great spawn for 25 for Nevu. Great chain chomp kill. Oh, unfortunately, Lightning King getting poisoned, but luckily,
Ooh, great item drop.
Every poison enemy has a poison heal, unless it has a long last shake. So it's pretty nice in the pit. The Nintendo's been very generous with the poison enemies. Unless they have the key or a catch card drop.
Just
they have
like
a poison heal. Never in one of the worst rooms in the early pit. 26 daisies. Put you to sleep with their projectiles. Good key. It's gonna have to perform a little 3D manip or 3D jump
Nice.
with the pipe. Yep, there you go. Onto the lock.
That's a really good point grind too. That worked out.
Lightning King talking to Flim. I do not know what they got, unfortunately. I missed that. Good key again for Nevu. Nevu getting some pretty good luck here. Good start. I don't know what they are compared to PB, but seems pretty good at the moment.
Oh, nice. Despawn strat there for Lightning King.
Hammer Bros. Ledge guarding. Nevu.
It's so annoying. Both of
Then-
them. Oh my god, dude.
And they didn't even have the key. Good shot for Lightning King here, using the Paragumbas to throw them into the spike top Gumbas, since you can't pick up them. Nice little strat there. Never in 29, about to finish the next set of 10. And I think the key door's in the top right corner, or not. Gonna have to flip, go all the way around. Or you could pull off the pipe jump clip and skip going all the way around. Lightning King, not having 60k, can use throw to pick up the bold clefs and chuck them into.
Nice.
Never going into critical, just needs to be careful. Level up coming soon. Only 1.6k away from the level up. Lightning King doing a great strat here, flipping, using the shell, flipping to 3D, dropping all the enemies down, and the shell just does all the work for them.
About like 5k
Never
away there for Lightning King.
Yeah, looking good.
Yes. So, everything that's happening for Never right now, nice level up. Basically, you'll see a lot of runners do that, where it's like, I obviously have to be careful when you're at low HP, and if you have to heal, you have to heal, but gonna try to avoid healing as much as possible there when you can get a level up just 1 or 2k away.
Especially in these tournaments, it does really matter. You don't want to risk ending up dying. You'd rather kill a safe enemy than moving on to the next room of a difficult enemy and just getting a level up. Lightning King still opting to use throw, which is interesting. It's working out for them. Never, unfortunately, have to clear out the entire room.
This Lightning King is on 17 at 56.4.
This is very close for Lightning King. Lightning King's gonna have to use the Buzz Beetle in the next room. Or wait for the Scoop Shell to come back, flip, and you'll get more points. Just needs to use Boomer now, or perform the enemy despawn. Yeah, still in view, unfortunately. Yeah, just switching to Boomer. There we go. Hopefully, the Buzz Beetles are in nice positions to where the Buzz Beetle can just use a combo in the next room. And it can wipe out all the enemies on the floor to get some more points.
Okay, nice. This will be good.
This should be just enough.
Yep.
Perfect.
Good.
60k right before the room. On room 18, one before. Beautiful. And with a decent key spawn as well. Never first key again in 38. Fortunately, key door's top right, I believe. Bottom right. Good first key for Lightning King, didn't even matter. About the 60k. Already achieved the 60k before 19. No crew patrol. First key again for Never in 39. There is common key spawns. Key door spawns as well. Fortunately, Never wasn't in the top right for him. Another Flim spawn. We're seeing a lot of Flims today. Ice Storm, beautiful.
Nice.
Ice Storm and a T-Rage can be bought here. Perfect. Fortunately, I don't think Lightning King has the coins.
Oh,
Good keep for Nevu.
very good.
41 was very good. Key door should be on the top left. As you see for clubbers, if you sneak up behind them, just duck jump. You kill them pretty easily with the low ceiling.
It's a good key for Lightning King as well. I believe that's pretty, like, first key, I think.
Another catch card drop. And a key. Another heal for Nevu. I think Nevu's got like about 5 different heals. Cooper Striker Room, just end up standing right next to them, let them kill themselves. This one in the bottom right can be a nuisance, especially if you leave it for last.
Shout out to the fresh veggie.
Never gets a 3rd or 4th key here, this can be really good. Fortunately not. Gonna have to flip back into that bottom right hand corner again. These squig rooms are quite good to get some points in, if you can get a few lined up in a row. Never now in one of the most annoying rooms in the pit. The Tyloids are very annoying. The red ones especially bounce you in a weird way when you jump on them. And they have a lot of HP for an enemy this early in the pit. Take 5 jumps to kill 3 boomers. Assuming you're not 120k. Can be killed really easily by literally just doing what Nevu just did there. Just waiting for him to jump on the wall. Opting to hit the red guy there. Smart move. Hit this red one through the wall. Another key anyway.
Oh, block.
Can be useful. A block. Occasionally. Nevu again. Another shell room. Same strat over and over again. Use the shell, kick him down, flip. Let him kill him for you.
Nebu should be close to 50, I believe. Yep,
Yeah, 47. Good key again. Lightning King dealing with 26 really well. And into one of the worst rooms in the pit for damage. Every enemy does 3 damage in this room. Just needs to be careful. Using the heal. On the top row, if you jump on an enemy and full bounce, it kills him quicker. As well. Nice little combo there.
Nice.
Fire burst drop for Lightning King. Can be used in room 100 if need be. And a good key for Nevu as well.
Yeah, I believe, so Lightning King does have Boomer. Did the note. Wow,
Ooh.
what a drop for Nevu. Oh my goodness. Thunder Rage.
E-Rage, that's
really
98 sorted out.
Dude, Lightning
I
King
think Lightning
doing
King...
anything to not pick up the turtle leaf.
Nevu reaching the 120k level up as well.
But yeah,
4 attack damage.
I think Lightning King is doing like some boomerless strats, just opting to keep throw out, just showing off some boomerless strats, which is pretty neat. But does have boomer if need be.
That does help in this room. That's perfect. They can be really annoying to deal with on the ledges. Nevu's in the points grind room. You basically just flip all the enemies down. Same shot with any of the shell room. Just let them. Let the shell kill for you. Oh, Never's got a 25% chance to get first key here. Oh, unfortunately, he's going to have to go for the pipe. Waste another 10 seconds.
Does get a lot of coins though.
Yeah, just in case. But Never, I think, is pretty stacked on items. Lightning King in one of my favourite rooms in the pit, the Longator room, 32. Good spawn for Lightning King. That room can be awful. Purely based off if you don't spawn on the top right, and the key door could be there, and an enemy could be there. That can't be flipped down, such as like a Gramiba or a Squig. Can lose a lot of time. Never in a pretty slow room of dry bones and clubbers.
What is the strat for this room? Is it just to, like, you want to focus on clubbers for the most part, or?
Yeah, you want to focus on clubbers, especially the ones with low ceilings next to them, and just like do the crouch jump into them.
Okay.
Dual ones are very slow to kill. They take two boomer hits to kill, and clubbers do take way quicker to kill, which doesn't feel right saying it. Never finding the Cursia, doing the right strat here, find the Cursia, go to the door, let the boost come to you, and duck jump them. Fortunately, they're being a bit annoying here. They're spawning at different rates, taking a bit of damage. Good key there, well played. Ooh. Fortunately, never getting hit there. Lightning King in the first ninja room of the run in 35. Or 36. And Never about to enter 58.
Ooh, lots of
The Daisy room,
ninjas.
yeah. The infamous Daisy room coming up there. You can perform the enemy despawn with the Mazy Daisy, which does actually save quite a bit of time if you do get a last key compared to trying to kill it normally. The Mazy Daisy does 10 damage, Never just scaring it off a bit. So Never doesn't have to deal with it. This is where Boom is useful in these tight situations that Lightning King's in.
Did I just miss an egg? Did we just have an egg?
Lightning King. Good key. Very nice key. Nevy's flying at the moment. Nevy's being gifted. Top left. No, it's not top left key door. To be fair, the throw strat is working. It is working. I fear for the later rooms though, unfortunately. Lightning King is one shot by the fire bros in the next room. Just needs to be careful.
Yeah, 3 HP.
Nearing the leveler. Just gonna opt to kill the Tyloids first. See if he can block again. I think that's the second one. Just needs to be careful with Fibros on the edge.
Okay,
nice.
Good strat.
Well played. Very close to the level up now. Never in one of the most annoying rooms in the pit gets a good key. The Boomerang Bros and the Clubbers. Gonna go for the leveler.
Nice.
Smart. Well played. Nevu in the Tyloid room. Nice little points grind there. The yellow ones can be very annoying. Just
Tons
since
of
they're so
great
quick.
keys back to back for Nevu. This last
Yeah.
stretch of rooms, really good.
Unfortunately, Lightning King does not have enough for a live stream, but is opting to get Fire Burst for 100, making Ractel way easier. I think Lightning King is 2 Fire Bursts now.
It's a great room spawn for Nevu as well. This is just a really good stretch right here.
Lightning King, very smart again. Picking up the club and duck jumping. Perfect execution.
Is that a first key, I believe?
I think it was the second key for that room. But yeah,
Nice.
very... Oh, hit the ceiling.
Wow.
Somehow got in the door.
Nevu almost at 160. Okay.
Yeah, really good points amount for Nevu at the moment. Nevu is big chilling. Especially going into 69 with the Cooper Strikers.
Fresh veggie.
Again, another heal for Nevu. Nevu's got about 6 heals at this point, I think. There's a lot of elongators in that room. It can be very annoying, especially the red ones. They do have awkward bounces when you jump on them. Great key for Lightning King there. 4-second room.
Wow.
It's going to be back-to-back really good keys. Oh, unfortunately, Lightning King, this room can be awful. Opting to wait for the Tyloid to go to the wall for an easy kill. Going back to throw.
I think Lightning King is intentionally doing, attempting to do as much boomerless as possible.
Good shots here, though. I do like these shots. Using throw and throwing them against the walls, making them way quicker to kill. Fortunately, they're hitting the Tyloid, dropping them down to a low level. Still a pretty decent kill for Lightning King there. Never escaping 69, getting hit. Lightning King, is he gonna do the strat or
Wow.
not? Just get a first key.
Great key. Door at the bottom. Boom.
needs-
You're out. Wow.
Who needs points when you've got a first key?
Alright, 71 here for Nevu. Down to the last 30. This is definitely where things start to get a little more difficult.
The last 30 rooms are very tough on damage. Especially this set of 10. This set of 10 is very difficult to deal with. Another Fire Burst for Lightning King. Using
full inventory pretty much for Lightning King.
I think they're both nearing full inventory, is there?
Probably,
Lightning King
yeah.
was going to reach there. Right in front of the door. I think Lightning King going for a heal item, I think. Killing the poison turbo. Unfortunately getting hit. It's going to drop a poison heal though, so it's fine. In the room Never's in right now, 80, 75, trying to go for Super Boomer, just misses it, fortunately. It's a strat where it kills every enemy on the bottom floor, using Boomer, time Boomer, flipping at the right time. Kills all the enemies all at once, which is pretty cool strat, and saves quite a bit of time in that room.
Oh, this is a nice setup for Nevu, wow. All three of them.
Unfortunately doesn't get the key. Just
yeah.
still thinking the room. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the other side. Lightning King dealing with 48 really well. Using throw. These set of rooms are very difficult in terms of damage. You got the 4 damage projectile of the rough buff with quite a lot of them here. Getting the key, escaping the room really well. Just needs to watch out on damage, Lightning King.
Yeah, down to 3
Moment.
HP.
They do 2 with the projectiles. Nevu in a room with the blast boxes do 6 damage with their projectiles, the white ones. The pink ones do 4, and the regular boom boxes do 2. I don't know if Lightning King has any heals.
I think Lightning King does. I'd probably just opting to wait.
Oh, it's Flame anyway. Flame,
I think already has an Ice Storm. Yep.
you might as well get,
Probably getting a
use
heal.
that. Yeah, get the Shim Shake.
Nice.
Nevu in a Magibolt room. So
much
easy to kill the
HP.
Magibolt. Yeah. There's a really nice trap with the Magibolts. You go to a 4-block or 5-block ledge, just wait on one side of them, and then they'll spawn to the other side, and you just combo them all at once. I think Lightning King should be able to get the level up in this room. As long as Lightning King just waits, just needs to flip back to 2D, just go above to the
Oh,
above
nice.
platform now.
This should get close
Just
to
gonna
120.
Oh, I just need to avoid getting hit.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Oh no. Never doing the shot in 79, flip them all down, and then just boom them from the bottom shelf. They are 3 blocks high, the Skelebits, so they can be hit from the top. Like, from above.
It's almost
Just like
at,
the Pokies.
yeah, almost at 200 for Nevu. Once you get to 200, those Skelebits can be one shot with Boomer.
Yeah. Just 10 damage. Now we get into the important rooms. The most important rooms in the pit for any speedrunner. The 80s. With a shooting star drop. Oh my god.
Wow.
Then he's got every every item drop under the sun. What they need. Fortunately, it's going to be a rough key for that.
So I think Lightning King does not have any more heals, if I had to guess.
Only 8k away though, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's still doable. Wow, great key.
What key? Just needs to take their time. In his last few. Right, Nevu in the next room is going to enter the next, oh my god, what key? The next 3 rooms to Nevu are the most important rooms in the pit. So
Oh,
you've
that's
got
right. Yeah.
84, so you want to
Wow.
flip and kill the Spaniards first. Since the Schlorps, you have to wait and kill them with Boomer twice per enemy, and it takes quite a while. This room can take over a minute. Opting to go for the...
I think every
Is there any
Span, I think every
Where's the
Spania like
Spania?
fell down that way. I feel like they might have been
I
on
feel
top of each other because I only
There
saw
might be.
Nevu kill like 2. They must have just been on top.
Yeah, same. I wondered if I was going insane. Unfortunately, it's going to be our last key for Nevu here.
Yeah,
It's going to do the despawn though. Despawn demonstration.
that works.
And there's the key. Literally just go throw it into the ceiling. Easy. I think Lightning King just healed. I think use the life shroom cooked item. And now this room, 85. Just is hell sometimes. With the amount of dark boos around and all the poison pokies, you can get poisoned quite a lot in this room. Luckily, you can get heals pretty easily. But as you can see there, if it's that pokey in the top right, you're in trouble. The pokies do tend to snipe you from across the room as well. Another
Veggie.
veggie.
That's like the third one.
Third one for Nevu. Oh, that's the one in the top right. Oh no.
Wow, that's
Nevu could have
tough.
even waited on the... Could have gone through the pipe, or waited on the left side and wait for the poke to come over. And hit it through the wall. These 3 rooms collectively could lose you 3 minutes.
Yeah, these are...
So it's...
The stretch of rooms is just so brutal.
Even going into 88 as well. 88 to rough room with all the ninjas. Good spawn for the Magi Koopas for 86. Do they have the key?
Nice.
Oh, second key.
That made up
86.
for it.
Beautiful. Lightning King nearing the 120k level up. '87's a bit of a break for Nevu. Pretty easy room. Just a mix of weird enemies. All in one room. You got the Copters, you got the Chromoeba, you got the Reversia Curseus. And now into the ninja room. There's a ninjas and ninjons, which are the green ones.
I think Ninjons. I think
Ninjons
Jerry's orange.
Yeah, Cherry's orange. We'll see them in the 90s a couple times. There was a clip of Nevu yesterday getting 7 bombs in a row earlier on, I think, from the ninjas. Luckily, it doesn't repeat. Looks like Lightning King's opting to go for the Amazing Daisy first, but then there's a whole queue of... There's a whole choir of daisies there. Just waiting.
Egg!
Is that the third egg drop of today?
That's like second or third.
Yeah, the optimal position for Nevu in 89, you want to spawn at the top and get the shell shock, but you get in 1-1 to the left and flip down, kill all the enemies. Apart from the ones on the top right. Nevu getting first key 91. Always good to see. Lightning King doing the strat with the Magibolts. Waiting on the edge, waiting to spawn on the other side. Easy kill. First iteration of the Ninjeris in this room in 92. They are very annoying. 93 I believe they're in as well. He doesn't want to see him down, isn't in.
Yeah, that
Coming
almost
down?
spawned out of bounds.
That would have been heartbreaking if he stayed out of bounds there. Because that is possible with the ninjas.
Ugh, down to 1 HP. Gotta heal.
Yeah. Literally 1 jump away from a level up. Just a, yep.
Yeah, trying to get the level up, but it worked out.
And you got 3 ninjas in this room. Using the shooting star just to clear them out. Because since they're all 3 of them on screen. They can be really annoying to deal with, so I get why Nevu's doing this. Use Skelebits in the room as well.
Ooh,
And the lightning T-Rage as well. It's a
that
good
works.
measure. That's the second one, I think.
Yeah, so even if you only get 3 in 98, still can use another one.
Yeah, got one for backup. It's always nice. Is the key door in the top right corner? Yes, it is. Oh, Lightning King just misjudged the throw jump. Or the throw. There.
Okay. Gonna use
Using
it here.
T-Rage in this room.
That
Yeah,
works.
fair enough. Fortunately,
There we go.
T-Rages are quite slow to use. Because they go for each individual enemy that you lock onto the screen with. That's why runners opt to use Ice Storms more. Since they are the fastest way to kill enemies. But really well executed room there for Nevu. And another Fire Burst. The amount of item drops I'm seeing today is ridiculous.
That's so many.
And the hardest room in the pit for Nevu. Not opting to use Boomer and throwing it up. Instead going all the way around. Lightning King not using Boomer in this room really shows it is a tricky room to do. Just waiting on the left wall, waiting for all of them to come. Nice, good key for
Another
Nevu 98.
another heal drop.
Lightning King one shot, no heals, I don't think. Just needs to be careful, got the key in time. Just need to be careful with the fast ones can just come out of nowhere. Nevu.
Should be
On
fine in
99.
3D.
Got the key
There we go.
into room 100. Lightning King dealt with the 2 damage Gromoeba. Is it Bloamoeba for the blue ones, I think? I want to say.
I think so. I'm not totally sure.
They did 2 damage, so just got that out of the way early. Opting to use Block. Probably a smart move for Lightning King.
Yeah, it's a good call. Unfortunately, no heals left. I didn't check. Okay, 141, so 160 is the next level up. Still pretty far away.
Oh my god, it turned into a bomb.
Yeah, the bomb just like happens immediately with the block. It's crazy.
Don't run out at the right time, please.
Ooh.
Don't. It's gonna run out
Please,
soon.
please be careful.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no, that's so unfair. Oh,
Aw.
that's unfortunate. That's like the worst time for it to run out there. GG's though. GG's Lightning. It was a solid run. Good Boomerless showcase. Yeah, that was honestly still solid pace. Like, I think that was potentially close to 140 pace. I don't know if Lightning King has finished a run yet, so still looking for potentially still looking for first run. Okay, at 212. Yeah, that definitely would have been PB pace. So that's good.
Yeah, unfortunately for Lightning King, opting out, not going Shaw was unfortunately the wrong decision. But you gotta risk it.
Yeah, I ran out of
Especially
keys
against
again.
good opposition.
Only so much you can do.
GG's
Alright.
for Nevu. It's not over yet for Lightning King though. There is losers bracket. There is a way to get all the way back up again.
Yep.
So it's not over yet.
Double elimination tournament. I will I can run through the bracket after Nevu's done here. This is gonna be, I think this is maybe sub 130, potentially.
Yes,
Pringle?
it should be. It should be. Yo, Bringle. Nevu played very well. Very, very, very well in this pit.
And time. There we go. It's 129. That was a 129.28 on Nevu's timing. So that was a sub 129.30. Nice.
Solid first run. Really solid first run.
Solid run. Really nicely done. So that is the first match of the tournament. And I will advance Nevu. Let me find it. There we go. Okay. So GG's. I will try to figure out a way to pull the bracket up on stream. That is what is happening. Okay.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what just happened. Okay. There we go, I think.
There we go.
Official restreamer moment. Okay, there we go. You can kind of see the bracket here. So yeah, this is what we're looking like so far after first match of the tournament. So Nevu will advance into round 2 and await the winner of Luna Eclipse and Bandite. And then Lightning King will still have another opportunity here in the losers bracket. Losers round 1 gonna face the loser of that match I just mentioned. So yeah, that is what we're looking like so far in the tournament. Let me I feel like it's not showing the full screen.
I think Lightning King will play the loser of Justin and Milton, I believe. That's happening later on today, I think in 2 hours' time.
Yeah. So we have another match going on today. It'll be in about 2.5 hours from now. It'll be 7 p.m. Eastern. It'll be Milton versus Justin, I believe.
Yep.
Yes, right here.
Rather
the winner of that will go on to face Castle. So we've got another match going on tonight, and then we are pretty well booked with matches going on. We have another match tomorrow. We have Blue Delta and Thyme Rosal, I believe. Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday, and then I will be playing Spartan Jr. on Tuesday. Bringle will be playing Joker on Tuesday as well. So we are set up with matches. We've got 3 matches on this Friday as well. So tons of matches coming up here pretty soon. Should be pretty exciting, and I'll be back live tonight for the next match, Justin and Milton. So we'll be back then. Thank you all for watching. I will see if there's anyone to raid. I will see if anybody's live. Yeah, that should be a fun one.
I think Sonic's live. Doing runs, pit runs.
Sonic is live, yes. We'll go ahead and raid Sonic. And I will pay out the prediction. I promise I won't forget. There we go. And then choose outcome. All right. There we go. Everyone be sure to give Sonic a follow. Again, we will be back later tonight. See you all pretty much in a couple hours. Yeah, take care, everybody. We'll see you then.